Ketchikan.
Morning, guys. Yep. Well, it's July 2nd. We're in Ketchikan, Sunday. Really tough to keep track of the days of the week on a cruise, especially this cruise for some reason, because we left on a Tuesday, so we're all thrown off.
Yeah.
But we're in Ketchikan today. Looks like such a cute little town.
Yeah, cute little fisherman's town.
Yeah. But we have an excursion booked this morning. We're doing the Bering Sea crab fisherman tour. I don't know if you guys have watched the show Deadliest Catch. I'm sure a lot of you have, but this is one of the boats that was on season 2, I think 2014. But they've actually taken the boat and made a tour boat out of it, and then they do crab fishing like demonstration tours here, where they take you out and pull pots and show you all that stuff. So it sounded really interesting, something completely different, and we used to watch that show all the time, so we thought we'd check it out.
Yeah, and in Alaska, it's kind of fitting.
Yeah. The thing that stinks today is it's a really short day. It's 7 o'clock now. I think our excursion's 7:45, but back on board is 12:30, so hopefully we have a little bit of time after the excursion to walk around town a little bit, but we'll see what happens. But let's go get off the ship and see what this is all about.
So you guys.
Sure.
Yes, come take a photo with them.
We had to do the picture thing with the husky. I mean,
Yeah.
how could we not?
Kono would be disappointed if
He
we
would be
didn't.
mad. He might even know him. Might be a cousin. Who knows? All right, guys, we're off the ship, headed to meet our excursion here and get it started. But this port, it's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Cute.
I didn't realize they had a husky one.
Yeah.
It'll say berth 3. It's right above a ramp. So you go down that berth 3 ramp, and then once you're all the way down there, go down the second ramp.
Okay.
Yep, and there's a guy down there in a red jacket, so if you need help once you get down there, he can help you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thursday, I've been fishing the Bering Sea for 47 years. I just got out of the Bering Sea about a week ago, a little over a week ago, after 6 months. And David has given me the opportunity to be with you guys. A little bit about this. I remember when David had this dream of doing this. I remember how he found out why he wanted to do this. We'd come up from down south on our way to Alaska. We'd be in the shipyard, you know, getting our boats repaired and back up there. And David had a smaller boat back then, and he was on his way up to do halibut fishing. Stopped off in Ketchikan, and looking around, seeing these cruise ships. Wondering, wow, hundreds of people coming off these cruise ships. And, you know, just like I thought, wow, you know, what's going on here in Alaska? I've been in Alaska pretty much all my life. Well, this one guy came up in his boat. He had probably 20 people off the cruise ship. So, asked him, hey, what's going on here? You know, all these cruise ship people, you got people on your boat? He goes, I'll tell you what. He goes, the gentleman goes, people on these cruise ships pay me to take them out here, drive around. We can see an eagle, sometimes we see a whale. But even if we don't, I still get paid. And I wait for another group to come. David was thinking about this and kept seeing cruise ships and cruise ships. So he got this boat, crab boat, fish the Bering Sea with it. You know, that was always in his mind. And so what he thought was, you know what? I'm going to take this boat and I'm going to turn it into a boat for people off these cruise ships so they can see what we do.
Well, we're moving.
We are. I got the sea hair going on.
See here going, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said earlier, this boat was actually on Deadliest Catch on the TV show, and then they kind of made the story boat out of it. So we're just getting underway here, enjoying the scenery and walking around checking the boat out. So let's see what kind of stuff they got. We already seen some crabs, some crab pots, the launching table. So what do you think?
Let's go venture.
You got somebody with a camera? Get a picture taken? There you go.
above, you can check out all kinds of stuff. Deadliest Catch fans. How many we got? Yeah. Anybody who never seen Deadliest Catch? Yeah, I'm not calling you out. You don't have to see Deadliest Catch to enjoy this. And trust me, this is the adventure of a lifetime. They call that an Uber up here. But if you're a Deadliest Catch fan, you know the drill. Get your hip up against the rail, get the block in the background, give me your best Bering Sea crab fisherman pose. Don't throw it. It's just a photo op, alright? I want to get you out of those seats as soon as possible. Big D, he's going to be out here baiting out the hooks. I'm going to go do the rounds in the engine room. I'm going to take over for the captain. He'll come down here and share some history of the boat with you. This boat was in the Bering Sea for 26 years getting her butt kicked. And you're not going to want to miss what he's got to say about that. Right now, folks, get up, check the boat out, mill around 20, 25 people in that galley. Before it starts to become uncomfortable, you'll be able to be in there throughout the entire excursion. So, thank you for being here. Let's do this. Yeah.
There was steady 50-foot to 70-foot seas. This boat you're on got hit by about a 75, 80-foot wave. Now, we have tanks on these boats. We've got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you've got crab in every tank, we got to circulate. We got to pump water on these crabs. So we got these hatches all open, so the water can come up, get some oxygen, and it flows up and pops. Now, when this boat got rolled over, what do you think that water did? Those hatches are like what you can see. All that water in these holes came out about half the tank, and when that happened, all the water when he rolled went to one side and rolled over. Nancy Jones, not on the radio, said, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. We're abandoning ship. This is my decision. Luckily, Vance and his crew got off this boat, got to the light raft. Now, a boat that was close during the Mayday, he was surfing down 50-foot waves, and he rescued all the guys off this boat. About a day and a half later, the Coast Guard called Vance up and said, hey, your boat's still floating out there. This is the only boat that I know of that I've had in a long time. And everybody on there abandoned it, and then Hank got back on because Vance got some pumps, he got right out to his boat. They got on here, pumped the
Alright, now first thing Andy's going to do is he's going to get those buoys on and he's going to hand coil his buoy line. Hit some hydros there, Cap. We're almost right on top of it. Just coil it back a little bit. It looks pretty good. There's something you don't see every day.
scaring me, Pete. Yeah, that little beer's good. Oh, I got something big in. What do you got? It's you. I need help. On three. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go! God, you don't look impressed. That's my favorite part. That's steelhead. Mortar's board. I'll take 2 of these. Okay, we'll start with these guys. What we have right here is rockfish. These are quillback rockfish. There's probably 40, maybe 50 different kinds of rockfish right underneath us. And these quillback are the ones we're going to catch the most of. And they are delicious. They're just white, flaky meat. If you ever have like rockfish tacos in town or something, it's going to be somebody like this. These spines on the back, they're there for defense. Somebody comes up behind this fish, he's not going to take a bite of that. These things are sharp as needles, and they have a little bit of a toxin in them. And it's not enough to kill you, but it will definitely enhance your fishing experience for the rest of the day. You'll know you grabbed a hold of the wrong thing. They're pretty painful. Now, like Andy said, we try to put everything we catch back. These guys, however, they have a swim bladder, and they will not make it if we throw them back. As it turns out, we need bait for what we do, so they do have a job. Here, I'll just get him angry so he can spike me. All right. This guy is Hyperlegis colei. That's Latin for the ocean hare. You look at his face, looks kind of like a little bunny rabbit. I expect that's how he got the name. He's a cartilaginous fish, has absolutely 0 bones in him. He does have that one spike, and that is very poisonous. You get hit with him, it's a month. You're going to know you can hit. I can tell you about these guys. They're found in almost every ocean, and they're immune to every disease known to fish. And for that reason, these guys are being studied in an awful lot of universities right now. And this is a gal, and she'll be fine if I throw her out. Let her swim under these predators. What are they? They'll take it up to the branch and peck at it and eat it. I've seen them pass it up to their mouth and eat it on the fly. It just depends. Does anybody know what a large gathering of eagles is called? What's that? And that's not an eagle up there.
Whoa! That almost got you. Did you see that, Mom? That was like.
Look at that. Man, that dude like went upside down.
Throw one right here. You should have touched it.
I didn't know it was coming.
That dude swept down and got me.
There's another juvenile, folks, going right over the top towards the bow.
Yep, where?
Yeah, the marble colored looking one. The juvenile. It's going to take like 4 years to get the adult.
That's a joke. Come here. Oh, yeah. Come here, you juvenile. You juvenile.
And there is a lot of room upstairs. If you can't find a spot, we'll be here for a little while. fished really hard for about 3 months until crab had started to wear off, sometimes 4. And then we would load everything on the boat and our long line gear also, and we would head for Alaska. 2016, we were coming back from Alaska with a load of halibut, and the boat caught on fire. And it was backfire. There was no fighting it. By the time we realized it had gone underneath the whole cabin, there was no way to put it out. 5 minutes, we were in our survival suits and in the water. We were 30 miles north of Vancouver, Canada. By the time I got home, I mean, the fishing industry is a pretty small community. Everybody knew that Sea Valley had burned up. So I had a bunch of calls, and these calls were mostly about, condolences and asking me if I wanted to go to work. Well, one of the guys that called today, he told me what he was doing with you guys. And I said, wow, that's really cool, Dave, but I'm really not a tour guide and I'm not interested in being one. So in 2019, I called him back and I said, okay, Dave, here's the deal. I said, I've been working with the same 5 guys for going on 30 years now. My vocabulary, my working vocabulary is dwindled to about 25 words. He goes, yeah, well, there's 8 or 10 of them you can't use on my boat. So I'm thinking I would start this at a pretty strong disadvantage, but I can do it. I said, no problem. So I come up here, he gives me the microphone, sends me out here and says, just tell him something from the heart, King. I said, no problem, Dave, I can do that. I came out and I lied again. I couldn't. I came out here, I would look at you guys and I would seize up. Maybe 2 sentences. Maybe if I found somebody that I could stare at for a while, I could get 3 out. And I was just hoping everything would turn into a question-answer thing. And it was not much fun for anybody. Now you guys were not only intimidating me, you're starting to annoy me. And I was thinking, oh man, this is no good. I'm talking to people about going fishing and stuff. One day we're out here, the chains are down, everybody's hanging out the crabs, they're doing what they're doing. I'm standing right here, I need a tug on my leg. And I look down, and it's this little 6-year-old girl. Her name's Kennedy. And I just look at her, what do you need? She goes, Big D, can I have a hug? All right, it's my job. So I bend down, she gives me this hug, and then she goes off to do what she's doing, and I'm over here doing what I'm doing. Well, as it turns out, what she was doing was collecting hugs from Big D. Because she just kept coming back, probably 3-4 more times. Well, and I have to admit, I felt pretty good about it. It's like, oh, we finally reaching somebody, even if it's a 6-year-old girl, like he says, getting across to somebody. So I told Dave about it. He just sat in his chair and smiled. He didn't say anything. I went back home, ate dinner, and went right to sleep. I came back the next day, and to this day, I do not have any idea who put her on this boat or what was going on. But she changed the way that I look at this job 100%. I actually think that's the last day that I came to work on her. And she changed the way that I look at you guys probably 200%. I go out of my way to talk to every one of you that I get a chance to. I mean, it's amazing what I picked up, and I just can't believe you guys take time out of your vacation just to come out here and see what we do. So, I guess what I really want to say is thanks for coming out with us. Hope you have some fun. You only catch a pound per pot, you're making some money. Oh, that's not good. Oh yeah, it is. Clean living. Clean living, D. Thanks for eyeballing that too. I didn't get a couple 24-year-old kids over at this rail. They've got 3-4 years experience behind them. Go ahead and hit the hydros, Cap. They got 3-4 years experience behind them. They won't even slow this block down. It goes wide open. They get a rhythm going. They're grabbing those things, flipping them around the rail. Another guy takes off with them, empties them, gets them rebaited, stacks them up, gets them ready to go right back in the water. Me and Big D, we're not 24 years old. You're not going to see that. I'm going to slow that thing down. I'm not getting my fingers wrapped around that just so you have a YouTube video. Okay, we didn't really get much for prawns. That's how it goes sometimes.
Got Prawn.
That's him? Yeah.
You made a new friend.
He's gonna get this ready.
It's since I kind of angered him earlier, so.
Yeah.
It's gonna be his right hand. You guys go ahead and keep passing stuff around if you're done.
There.
A crustacean.
A crustacean?
Some sort of shrimp, I believe, but
Pretty cool.
that is cool. It's pretty.
Oh god, this is a crimp crab, which is a massive crimp crab. We got hermit crab. Squash's pincher.
Save him.
Massive critter.
Oh, I can grab them. I appreciate it.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Your friend fell. I'm sorry.
Release these back, right?
Yeah, everything we catch goes back. Yep. Yep. Photo op. He's cool.
Just like that.
There you go.
With the legs.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, good.
Let's go, crowd. Captain Ron, your crew is ready. Rock and roll.
Pick this up.
Yep.
Is that what we just dropped?
And the crowd goes wild.
Wow, first try.
I'm 22 years old, I better get it. At my age, that's quite an accomplishment. I could have thrown my hip out. And you go, well, it wasn't that bad.
There's some crab in there.
Yeah, there you go. That's some bugs in there. Folks, this is a cone pot or a dome pot. We have you for a short period of time. We want to show you as much as we could about the commercial fishing industry. They make these things bigger and smaller. And the reason it got popular was because smaller boats can only hold so much. They might only get 12 of those big cages on the back deck. There's a purse line on this. I undo that. The bottom of that pot opens up and unpurses the web. You can dump everything out of it. And because of its conical shape, now I can start stacking them. I got them 15, 20 high on that boat, as many stacks as I can. Now I'm competing with the big dogs going to the same ground. That's how I got into it. Now, you see this bait jar here? Got it filled up with bait. Tide's going back and forth. Crab pick up on the scent. Big fish is 360 degrees. They start coming up the side, just like that. And down in through the top they go. They're caught in a trap and they can't get out. Now, yeah. Big D, what do you got?
I got box crabs. They're box king crab. They're pretty closely related to king crab. They taste just like king crab. And they are by far the coolest crabs we catch. I mean, these guys are like little transformers. You look here, it looks like a little rock. Out here, he's off to his prime. He's ready to tear something apart. They're just really cool. They do everything a crab does in a nice, handy little package. When you guys hold them, you're just going to put a couple fingers down here on their belly pan and a thumb on their back and just hold them like a sandwich.
There's a red king crab, blue king crab, and there's also the golden Alaskan king crab that we have here. You getting that picture? Yeah. Okay, that's 42-degree water zone in my armpit. Only two things should change when we target these animals. Red king crab, we'll go looking in 42 fathoms is a good place to start. They're 6 feet to a fathom. We're looking for sandy, muddy, tacky bottom. Blue king crab, they like low salinity, gravelly bottom. There are some islands in the Bering Sea that post those conditions. That's where we go looking for the blue crab. These guys here, they're down there on steep cliff, as much as 2,500 feet. Yeah, this is a slow fishing animal. You have to be patient. Now, once we get them back to the boat, they do have to be a male for us to commercially retain them. And how I'm going to tell that is this abdominal flap right underneath here. You see how that comes to a point? That's telling me it's a male. Female's very distinct, looks like a fan. The reason she has that is she has a clutch of eggs she's protecting up there. Upwards of 250,000 eggs. And although that number is impressive, get this. Less than 1/10 of 1% survive. The reason being, when they hatch out, they are microscopic. Everything down there is eaten them. They are victims to the tide current. They call them a snow crab. The way you're going to hold this guy is just like this, right out on the ends of his legs gently. You do the thing that you're doing with the box crab, he will come down and find you. If he gets a hold of you, don't pull your finger out. It's serrated, it'll cut you. You just grin and bear it for a minute, he'll let go. You gotta bear it, means big deal, grin.
Good day, buddy.
I was just living my life, and then I got into a trap. Now I'm here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He feels like a rock too.
Pretty cool.
That is cool. Woo! Come at ya.
There's his head. It's over here.
Yeah. Hurrah.
What the hell?
They're having a crab competition here.
Yeah.
My crab's better than your crab.
Oh wait, you have a little hair by your nose. Let me get it.
Now what, you got another crab?
We have another crab. This one's got pinchies though.
Yeah. Well, the other one had pinchies though.
Yeah. This is pretty awesome.
It is.
This is pretty cool. He is. Everybody gets a video with the crab.
Yep.
Ready when you are, Cap. Okay, let her go. Going over. Pot staged them in such a manner as if it were fishing on the ocean floor. Me and Big D are going to tell you and walk you through that. You're going to see some colorful tags as well. I'm going to ask that you look past the tags for right now. Once me and Big D are done, the captain's going to come down and he'll explain what's going on with those colorful tags. Right now, let's get this pod up here and educate you on how these things work. Oh!
Oh!
Well, they were watching that one. Of course, the crowd goes wild then. Yeah. It's all about the yeah. Crying out loud. Green horse. Green horse. We had made up. Now, go ahead and clap. These are actually made from original crab, real crab. They're models. One of the things we do, you have 300 of these on a boat. You're going to set half of them. They were there last year, doesn't mean they're there this year. 3-inch opening, letting that big cumbersome body get through there. My panel up here, I refer to it as escapement panel. And that mesh is larger, letting those juvenile king crab get out. The females are typically smaller of the species. So it's set up for king crab, but now I gotta go snow crab fishing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restrict that 9 inches. I'm gonna drop what I refer to as a tanner hood. I'll zip tie that in place, and it reduces it down to 3 inches. Lets those little flat guys slip in there. These guys can't get in there, and we're not harassing them out of season. But I don't want to lose my snow crab, so I got a panel up here as well that I drop over that big mesh. Now we're snow crab fishing.
The Bering Sea is in trouble right now. The Bering Sea is warmed up 4 to 5 degrees. What happened is codfish used to come out of the Gulf of Alaska, come into the Bering Sea, hit that cold water, turn around and go back. Bering Sea's warming up, the codfish are coming in, taking over the Bering Sea. crab's worst predator. The females are smaller, so what they do is they just suck them up like a vacuum cleaner. We're in trouble. 2 years in a row we've not had a king crab season in the Bering Sea. When we all started back in the late 70s and 80s, the quota for Opelio snow crab was over 3 million pounds. First year ever, we don't have an Opelio snow crab season. I don't know if it's going to change. About these tags, it's called the deadliest job in the world, deadliest catch. What happens is we lose fishermen every year. We've started a memorial fund for lost fishermen. And during COVID, they lost three fishermen over the hill, so we went up and gave them a check from you people for $28,000 to start their own memorial fund so now they have plaques of their fishermen. Here's some of the tags. Granddad, miss you, love you, lost at sea, 1175, Jack. For my father-in-law, big fellow. R.I.P. Marianne, Papa and Marv. This is what we have. All this money goes to a good thing, and it's from you people right there. We have tags and pens in there. We take donations, and we have some more up there. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, watch your fingers as always. Always get jittery right here at the top. Oh, I guess just one. Just one! Folks, that's not a slime eel, but everything I told you about the slime eel is true. There is a fish for you. Check it out. This is giant Pacific octopus, and although that's not a giant, that is the family he's from. He might be 6 pounds or so. Now, the reason he's in that barrel is simply this. We catch them all the time out here. He's part of our show. We put them in the tank, we bring them over, put them in the barrel. It's kind of a timeout. We want them to think about what they've done. We hold on to them, we catch another one, somebody gets paroled. It's just an endless cycle. We caught one summer 3 different times. Exact same one. It's missing a leg, had 2 spots, we knew who he was. We parole him, week and a half later, right back in our gear. Now the only solid thing on this animal, Vicky's gonna roll and waller, amazing animal. It has 9 neuron systems. Scientists tell us they actually have taste recognition in the suction cups. You can sentence this animal easily. You go 3rd leg to the right from going between the middle of the eyes. If there's suction cups all the way to the end, it's a female. This is a female. If they stop short, it's a male. Useless information, but it was just so easy, I had to do it. Our commercial fishing experience, Big D and I got some things to do, but I'm actually a little bit concerned for your well-being. This could possibly be the longest you've been away from that buffet. Well, not to worry. Those girls have been back there. How about the girls? If you guys aren't here, you wouldn't believe what takes place. They've been back there putting together a little seafood snack. What do you got, JT? Goldfish crackers. They're in sea salt. That makes them seafood. Folks, if that's not enough, your breakfast is more off, go check out that red king crab. It's already split, hot butter, ready to go.
You can get snacks. Get the snack that smells back. All right, what do you think about that?
It was incredible.
That was.
Right now, it's extremely fun. So interactive, and the crew is great here.
Yeah.
Still can be overtaken by a ship here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess was it the celebrity solstice right there?
But just pulling back at the dock here, but what an incredible excursion, guys. The cool part was they did a lot of pictures. They let you take pictures, but even with the crew, but it wasn't an upsell. They didn't.
Nope.
They didn't take the pictures. They sell them to you.
Yep.
They used your cameras. They let you. I mean, really
Down to
Fair.
earth.
Yeah. So,
You,
yeah, that's it.
yeah, you caught some critters today too.
Really did.
Yeah.
The eagles were awesome.
Yeah. Everything was just awesome.
Yeah. So we're gonna get off here, head back to town, and got about an hour and a half before we have to be back on board. So we'll see what we can see.